Well, on October 10th, I came out to go take my daughter to school and found out that my car had been totally ransacked. The door had been jimmied open, and everything had been taken. The next thing I did, we didn't even go on our chores that day. We went ahead and came in, called the police, and we started calling the credit cards. I actually had 2 phones going, calling the credit card department or credit card companies, my bank account, the police, and tried to get them out here. We canceled all our cards, got our bank account frozen, but by that time it was already 10 o'clock. So when talking to the credit card companies, they said the first charges started at 7:55 in the morning.
Okay.
So by 11 o'clock they had charged over $2,000.
Right. So what was...
The officer came out. He responded in a timely manner. He seemed genuinely concerned. I took him around the car, showed him the damage, showed him where things were, that my GPS fingerprints were inside, fingerprints were on the outside. He took a few notes and then went away. He said he'd come back for the details. So I went online, called my credit card companies back, got all the information data, spent hours doing that, accumulating the data for him, called him, he returned, took that paper documentation, and then he left. I continued to get even more depth into, such as where the people were charging at, how much,
where were they,
what time. Actually, they're at the Lakeview Apartments South, Lakeview South Apartments. They charged 15 Cokes, Diet Cokes or whatever, on their vending machines. So therefore, the credit card was recorded at the Coca-Cola company.
Yeah. And what about the McDonald's?
McDonald's, that happened at 7:55 in the morning. The people who took my items decided to charge about $40 worth of McDonald's breakfast through the drive-thru.
And they had gone through the drive-thru, so there was video. And you told Lakewood PD what?
I told the Lakewood PD, I gave them the manager's name, the information, the time, everything, even what card they charged it on, and said that all they needed to do is go over to the McDonald's, grab a warrant or whatever they needed to do, and they could obtain that footage. So that...
Did they ever do that?
No. I called and confirmed. Even 2 days later, they had not. That really upsets me because there's proof. There's physical... they can see the person that's actually using the cards fraudulently. And that would help the case as far as getting this person rounded up. I called 2 times to follow up on my case. And the first time I talked to a detective that it had been forwarded to, he said that he was getting on it, all the information was being researched. And then about 2 days ago, I called back to follow up again, and the gal who answered the phone bluntly told me that they don't have the staff to research it or investigate it, and that it was no longer an active case. That's what I'm upset about.
How do you feel? I mean, what do you feel?
There's so many victims out here. There's so many people getting fraudulently charged and put into debt for these individuals that go out and just steal our identities, our cards, our anything. I mean, they took my eyeglasses even, and they're able to get away with it. I gave them detailed information of even the Comcast bill was paid with my Visa card, and they just dropped the ball. They didn't want to bother with it. So
how much money did they end up?
Altogether, it was around $2,400 within about a 4-hour period.
Okay.
So
and as far as you know right now, Lakewood PD is not actively pursuing the case.
They have closed the case. They have made it a non-active case due to lack of staff.